Hey guys, I'm Daniel from Around the Board.
John Theismann, a.k.a. Jungle Jack, or the guy in the red corner.
And today we are here, we're going to talk about the games I played this month. Now, why this is kind of special, quote-unquote, is because I made a challenge at the beginning of the year to play through my entire collection. That's about 370 games. It grows sometimes. Sometimes it decreases.
Not very often.
But yeah, so this is my attempt. Right now in July, I am at 44%. So if you do the math, I'm falling behind.
You are, yes, that's
yeah. So I'm a little worried about it, but I also have a couple friends, the Evans, who are really there with me trying to play as many games as possible. So if it can be done, they're going to help me do it. And anyways, we're going to talk about the games I played this month. And John's here to comment and ask questions. And if he knows a game better than me, maybe he'll just speak up as well. So, all right, John, what do we have first?
Well, first up on the agenda is Gutenberg.
Gutenberg! Awesome. So we played Gutenberg together.
Yes, we did.
Just yesterday.
Yes.
On July
2030th.
July
Yes.
2030th.
The 31st.
Yeah. Whatever,
You're right,
whatever
30th.
day it
Yep.
was. And yeah, it's the new game from Portal Games. It's been pretty exciting and well received by everybody. John, what was your thoughts on it?
I think I'm going to have to play it again because it wasn't quite the game I thought it was going to be when I went to play it. I think you had that same reaction at first.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be a little more involved with it, but I really thought I was enjoying it for the first half. I'm not sure how, maybe because I fell behind in the second half I didn't enjoy it, but I don't think that was why.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to take another play or two before I know how I feel about it.
Yeah, for me, it was just on the lighter scale of games. I thought it was going to be a little heavier. Nasi Cevicek, the owner of Portal Games, he designed Proto Porta, which is one of my favorite games, and he raved
crunchy,
about this. So I kind of thought there might be some similarities, even though he's not the designer.
Yeah.
But apparently, no, there's not a lot of similarities, and it's not even the same level. So I'm going to play it a couple more times.
Yeah.
This could be a game that we feature on Around the Board here soon.
Yeah.
So, but that was Gutenberg. Also, I heard you got so angry you flipped the board on this.
There's a rumor going around about that. Yes.
Okay. All right. What do we got next?
Next up is Cubitos.
Cubitos. Awesome. So this is not SpongeBob the SquarePants the game,
That's
as it
too
might
bad.
appear. I know, isn't it? This is a dice bag building, dice manipulation game. You're rolling dice to fulfill in a race to succeed. It's a pretty exciting game. It's kind of along the lines of Couriers or Dice Masters. It's actually a hidden gem for me. I really like it. Can't get a lot of people to play it, but it's a really fun. Have you played it?
No. Did you play this with your kids, or who'd you play with?
I played it with Brendan, my 9-year-old. He enjoys it a lot, but I also played it with the Evans, and I played it with some other people too. Everybody seems to like it. It's just, man, that cover, if it was SpongeBob, it might have actually have played better.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a square cheese, and come on, can we get a new theme? Something. This would be so much better. Anyways, Cubitos, it's a win for me. All right, what we got next?
If Gutenberg wasn't heavy enough, then this one should do for you.
Yes, Willys Wiggly
Willys
Web.
Wiggly Web.
Yeah, enough said about that. This is a preschool game. Played with my 9-year-old though, but you just cut the web so that the bugs and spider will fall through. Ironically,
You literally cut stuff with this?
yeah, you actually cut things. I'll have to show. Okay,
Now you got to look at it.
I gotta look at it.
There we go.
Look at this. Yeah,
Ooh, the green all fades in.
I know, right? So you have this thing going on here, and you put bugs in there, and you cut it.
You literally cut it.
Yeah, you cut it. You can get
So
all
you can
the
play it
bugs.
once.
No, there's a bunch in there. There's like
Yeah, but I'm
20
saying
right there.
you're only going to play that one once.
Oh no, we got it. But anyways, it's fun.
That's pretty
it's
cool.
Fine. It's
All right.
fine. My
That's pretty
9-year-old and my wife both cheated in the game, in a preschool game. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right, what do we got?
one's hefty.
Oh my goodness,
This is a hefty
my
one.
goodness. Yeah, this one may not
Fireball
fit on screen.
Island.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah.
All right, you should check out the sea shanty my son thought of.
right.
So it was a good video. But Fireball Island, great with kids, great with adults too. It's just a fun, just a adventure game that you don't have to think too serious about and just laugh while you're playing it.
Yeah, that's one I actually have as well. If any of you are able to take advantage of the Target screw up when they first got Fireball Island in, they got the version from Restoration Games and were selling it for $30.
Yes.
And so I told my wife about it, and she got it for me for Father's Day a couple years ago.
Nice.
And instantly, it's worth $50 more than you paid for it. So
No,
that's kind of nice. But
yeah, we'll just ignore the fact I got this from Kickstarter for probably like $200.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you got a good deal, John.
Thanks. Here we go. This is one of them I played with you, I believe.
Yeah.
Secret Hitler.
That's right. I think the best social deduction game out there. It's definitely my favorite. Maybe Two Rooms and a Boom is pretty close, but you need like 30 people to play that well. But this game, despite the theme of being a little provocative, the gameplay is some of the best you'll find in a social deduction game.
That was actually the first time I'd played it. Was when I played it with birthday con.
Birthday con.
There we go. And I was Hitler. Great, first time playing, and I'm Hitler. And when you're Hitler, you don't know who the other fascists are that are on your side. So I assumed the person that made me chancellor was going to be a fascist. So I'm like, sweet, I'll put in some fascist orders, and then no, he starts calling me out right away. So
that makes sense.
People pretty much knew I was a fascist from the get-go, so that didn't help.
Well, at least they didn't think you were Hitler right away.
No, they didn't have that proof yet.
All right, what do we have next?
Here's a controversial one now.
Oh, this is controversial because I didn't actually play this copy of it. I played John's copy of the new
Winds of Gilchrist.
That's right, the Stonemeyer version. And I'm torn.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
I actually really like this version, and I'm not sure if I like the changes. Now, I did play on the easy mode, I guess, or the gentle mode.
Yeah.
Never play in a gentle mode.
Not with people that play games.
Definitely. Yeah. We're going to have to do an entire segment on that one as well, because I just think playing a softer game of a harder game just takes away the joy, and it almost makes you not want to play it anymore.
Yeah, it was it wasn't. So you talk about games sometimes that are too punishing. It's not punishing enough when you play the calm side. Yeah. But it's good for people that are very casual gamers.
True.
So
the problem is this isn't a casual game. Like my wife played it, who's a pretty casual gamer, and she was very overwhelmed by it, very distraught by it.
Yeah.
Even though there wasn't a lot of attacking her, she still was very turned off by it.
It's there's a lot of things going on that you don't see in other games, I think is what it is, if you're a casual gamer especially. So.
Yeah. So.
All right. Here's a good one.
All right.
It says it right in the title. It's wonderful.
It is a world of dystopian ideas.
That's not the name.
Oh, sorry. It's a wonderful world. It's a wonderful world. But okay, tell us in the comments if you've played this game. Is this a dystopian world or a utopian world? See, so you know which sides who's on. One of my favorite drafting games. One of
as well. Yes.
Your all-time favorite games, right?
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be my all-time favorite drafting game. Yes.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah. Anyways, good one. All right, what else do we have here?
Here's a good one.
Oh, an oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
So I was big into Munchkin in college and high school. I owned every single Munchkin set. I've kind of grown out of Munchkin a lot of gamers have, but I still kept it. There's so too many sentimental feelings I have about it and reasons I keep it. But Munchin Quest was one of the many Munchkin games I bought, and I keep it on my shelf because. Sentimentality, but my son, 9-year-old Brennan, he saw this and really wanted to give it a try, so we did. If you guys are not familiar with Munchin Quest, this is literally Munchkin with a board. You're going to, when you kick in the door, you're actually going into new rooms, and the rooms give you special abilities or hinder you. The jokes are just as prevalent in the rooms as they are on the cards. Yeah. So really good time. I can't tell if the game's faster or slower because in a turn you'll have like 3 battles, which can slow things down. But you're also level 5 at the end of the first turn. So three times around, 3 times around, you might finish the game, but each round also takes like 30 minutes. It's fine.
Munchkin was one of those ones that I didn't play forever until someone brought it to a game thing at a church one time. And I was like, oh, why do people not like this game? And I was like, oh, probably because every game's the same when you play. It's all pretty much the same.
Well, and it's always attack.
Yeah, whoever's in the head. Yeah,
I like how we both looked away at the same time, and
that's good.
There was
that
nothing there, so that was great. All right, this is another birthday con game.
That's a classic.
5 Tribes. Have you played 5 Tribes?
Yes, that's a classic. That's a good game.
Definitely, it would probably make it on the top 50 game.
One of the best Mancala games out there, I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, well, how many other Mancala games are there? There's this Mancala.
There's Dust in the Wings.
I don't know what that one is.
See there. There's
Aeroplanes.
Yes, airplanes.
And
that blows.
Yeah,
so
out of the 4,
this
is the best.
And then Mancala's number 2.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna try not lean away.
I know, right?
Oh, here we go.
Ooh,
I have not played this one.
Oh, this one's such good. Such good. This is a good deck building game. It is. It's a card crafting game. So you're familiar with. Actually, we talked about it in our Gen Con releases. John DeClaire.
Okay.
He's doing the Empire's
Oh, he's doing the
End.
Empire's End. Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's the one that had the idea.
Yeah, for the clear cards.
The clear
So, yeah.
cards. So you have 20 cards in your deck, and every turn you buy a card that you get to put into the sleeve, building that card, making the card better.
That's this game?
Yeah, that's this
Oh,
game.
okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Me
okay.
and my wife played it. It's one of her, I guess, favorites. She doesn't have a lot of favorites, so this is one that she will say not. She won't say no to.
Exactly.
So
yeah, sounds like my wife. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. All
Gotta
right.
keep those games on hand.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Trap
this looks
word.
interesting.
Yeah, so this one has an interesting story. So I'm going to use this moment to explain why I'm doing this 1-year challenge of playing my entire collection. So I have too many games, as many of you probably do as well.
Yes.
And when you have that many games, you get to a point where you just start ignoring some of the games, and then you don't remember, do I like them? Why am I still holding on to them? So you start culling your collection, and you might get rid of one you regret later, or you might hold on to one that you have no reason to keep at all. So doing this all my games in a year challenge has been really nice, because it's given me that foresight into which games I really do want to keep. So Trap Words, it falls into that category. This is a game I got at Origins, the only Origins I ever went to, and it is a party game where you're trying to get somebody to guess your word, your teammates to guess the word you have, but the other team knows what word you have, and they write down, but they write down the words you're not allowed to say. But they don't tell you what it is.
Oh no!
So if you're trying to guess duck,
so
they might write they might
Okay.
write animal, feather, and water.
Yeah.
So now I don't know that they did that. So I'm trying to think. Okay, what did they say? So I'm just like a thing
man.
that's in the sky,
Yeah.
and it makes a noise that doesn't echo. You know, like because you don't know what to say. So you're giving these really weird clues because you're just thinking like, oh, they probably used the word quack.
gosh, yes.
Oh, they probably used the word feather.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had a British guy ruin this game for me.
How's that?
It was the word was lima bean, or no, bean, and he said legume. That's all he said. Legume.
Legume?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the scientific word for
Okay.
bean, I guess, or whatever. And
It
somebody
is.
was just like, bean? And they're like, yeah, that's how they won the game. And he kept doing that because he
That's
just
not
had this
fair.
different vocabulary
Yes.
than what we're used to.
Uh-huh.
And he just kept pulling out these words and one-wording us. And
Was
we're
he
just
an
like,
English professor, or was he
no,
just
he worked at the library.
Okay. Oh, well,
So-
there you go. He's around all those words.
Exactly. But then I
Right.
took this to Sarah's family's house, played it there,
Yeah.
and it actually was a huge success. And my brother-in-law, who loves to play board games with us too, but he always jokes that he hasn't found the right game yet, he even looked at this one and said, that one's a keeper.
That's the right game.
That's a good one.
There you go. All right, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Here's another one I haven't played yet.
Oh, you've never played
There's something about it. Tell me what it does again.
Spyfall?
There's something about it that
Yeah,
makes me
it's
not
like
wanna
the
play it.
fake artist goes to New York. The idea is that you all have a location, and everybody at the table knows where you're at, except for the spy. The spy has no idea, and you're just asking each other questions about the location. So if you guys are at the bowling alley, I might look at you, John, and say, hey, like, what do you do for fun here? And you can't say I bowl, because then the spy would be like, you're at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
So you might say like, oh, I like to, I hang out in the gutter a lot. And it's like, oh, and it makes the spy go like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But also makes your teammates also say like, what? Why are you in the gutter? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So you're trying to be vague.
People don't know who the spy is, though?
Correct.
Ah,
They don't
that
know
makes
who the
sense
spy
then.
is. So
Okay,
you're trying
I
to
like
figure out who
those
the
kind.
spy is.
My sister's really good at these, where she will
Okay.
bluff her way through when she's the person that doesn't
good.
know, and you're like,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're like
I have
finding reasons why what she says makes sense.
I have the most fun playing this with Sarah's family.
Okay.
But I will bring it to second game night. Let
Okay.
you play
Yeah,
it,
that
and then
sounds-
maybe
that
your
sounds
family.
better than I was
I will
thinking it
say
was.
one interesting thing about this game is that it does require some build up. The first 3 rounds are going to be kind of bad because you don't know what kind of questions to ask. You're not sure what to
if you've
do.
never played before, you mean.
But
Yeah.
as it builds up, you're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, because it's been like 5 years since we played this.
Okay.
And I played it with their family, and it was really rough the first couple plays. But then by the time we got to the 3rd or 4th, they were like, oh yeah, that's why we like this game.
Okay,
like
cool.
it. So
That's awesome.
it's a slow burn, but it gets there.
All right. We're getting to some literally heavier games.
Here, I'll hold this while you use 2 hands there. Let's hold this a little bit further away because I think the mic's picking up too much noise. All right, this it's one of my favorites, Barrage. Have you played this one?
Yes, I played it twice with you.
Yes, this is a dam game. You're building a
Yes,
dam,
that's
powering
right.
a dam.
I played that damn game.
That's right. But it's a very heavy game, very crunchy, and very unforgiving.
Yes.
I think that's what you didn't like about it, right?
I think so, because I think the whole first game we played wrong. It was even more punishing than it was supposed to be. And then the second game, I made a key mistake early on, and then you waste a turn in this game, especially early on. And I mean, I had some great turns later on, but it was just, oh hey, now he's gaining, but never going to catch up.
Exactly. It's all about how you build your dams to capture the water. And what's really interesting about this game is that somebody can, even after you have a really good engine that's served you so well, someone can make one play that blocks everything you've done, and now they take and benefit from everything
now
you did.
And you're just whatever trickles through, if anything.
God. Yep. So really cool game. Very very head to head, very competitive.
Yes.
I like it
very
a lot.
much so.
So that's Barrage.
I think I can get this one with ease.
All right. Ooh, this one. This one is literally a classic. It is one of my favorite games and one of our very unique special games. This is Oasis by Alan Moon, one of his unknown, very obscure games. The only dice. A little game called Ticket to Ride.
Oh, okay. I knew the name. I couldn't think of the game.
I didn't know if you were kidding or not. That's funny. So yeah, it's funny. I watch Dice Tower a lot, and this game has made one Dice Tower list ever.
Really?
Yep. And it was Z Garcia, and he put it on the list of great designers who made horrible games.
No,
I know,
and it's
right?
like your favorite game.
It's one of my favorite games. It's a
gosh.
top 10 for
that's
sure.
Crazy.
So yeah, Oasis is. It looks ugly. This is right up Chris's alley.
It is.
That's how I got him to play it.
Yeah.
But it's path building essentially. There's an old video game called Quicks where you're kind of like making these boxes to trap the sound wave, and this game kind of gives me that impression because you're trying to carve out areas that other people can intrude in, so that you can kind of score that area unhindered.
Gotcha.
Also, the cool part about this is the bidding mechanic. Essentially, you're giving offerings to people, and then they get to decide which one they want, and they'll give you whatever player token they were. So if they were first player, they're going to give you first player, so you get first pick now. So there's this really cool bidding mechanic where you're trying to get people to give you their token because you want the better pick next time.
Gotcha.
So you played this one, didn't
I've
you?
not.
With me?
No. I've avoided this so far, because it does look ugly. I know it's like your favorite game.
I know this is going to have to happen. This is going to have to happen. So. All right.
Which one is this? Ride the Rails.
Ride the Rails.
In the series of the Irish Gauge.
It is. It's the Iron Rails series. It's the second one. So there is
that or not.
Irish Gauge, then Ride the Rails, and Iberian Gauge. Well, this is off my shelf of shame, and one of the reasons.
So I haven't played it.
Yeah, exactly. So the Iron Rail systems. What's really cool about them is they condense an 18xx game into 45 minutes by focusing on one part of what makes an 18xx game kind of fun. So this one
kind of fun.
Well, I enjoy
I like that.
So yeah, but this one I avoided because this is a pick up and deliver game.
Oh, okay.
And I never liked pick up to deliver games.
I don't know if I even played them enough to know if I like them or not, because I just avoid them. So
yeah, I know they don't have a lot going on for them, as in like come play with me. So those people who really like them, it's like power to you, but it just feels too mechanical, I guess is the word. Procedural, I don't know.
Yeah, or formulaic or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what's cool about this is that you are building rails, and you might connect with somebody else's rail, but these rails you are owning stock in that rail. So just because I have the blue rail, you can actually own stock in blue as well. So you might still use my blue rail, even though I'm the majority shareholder, but you still might want to use it because you will still get money. And you're just trying to connect to different cities, picking up the passenger from that city, and trying to see how far they can go along the rail system.
Okay.
This I didn't think was going to be my favorite of the three, and I think it is.
Really? Okay.
It is. It was a lot of fun. And
All
it was definitely better than Irish Gauge. That was the first one, and it was really good. Iberian Gauge, I think, is my second favorite, and that was I didn't think was going to get dethroned, but I think this one's my favorite.
All right,
it was really cool.
Daniel's a train gamer now.
Well, you know. I mean, it's Capstone Games, and you guys know how I feel about Capstone Games. They're amazing.
Up next,
my one of my mini Marvel games. This one is 5-minute Marvel. Literally takes 5 minutes to play around. And then you play 5 rounds, so or 6 rounds. So it's technically a 30-minute game, but you can stop at any time. I was actually playing this with my nephew and my son actually got sick on round 5.
Like threw up all over the game?
No, he actually just laid down and went to sleep.
Oh, okay.
That's unheard of for him, but he did leave and went down and slept. And and then me and my nephew finished it out. But it was really exciting. It's a real-time game.
Yes.
You're just throwing things at the center of the table, hoping not to get doubles. Have you played this one?
I have. I actually own this one, and we played it.
Okay.
That's one of the few ones that's gotten several plays with my family, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool because you can jump in and jump out.
Exactly.
And it's just a nice one to play. So here, let me go get the other Marvel game.
Oh, you want to get the other Marvel game?
Yeah, this is the other two-hander.
Oh boy.
So usually when I kickstart a game or get a new game, it sits on my shelf for like a year.
Not this time.
Not this time. Not this time. I did an unboxing of it, and thanks to Ryan Evans, we actually got this one played. I love the green screen.
That's cool.
Taking some of this out.
That's really neat. That makes the box look even cooler.
Yeah, there you go. So, anyways, this is Marvel Dice Thrones, and this, I love Marvel. If you give me Marvel IP, I'm all over it. But this is definitely one of my favorite Marvel designs.
Really?
I like Marvel Champions better. I like Marvel Legendary better.
Oh, okay, so you do like those better.
But as far as the way this looks in the presentation, oh my
Okay.
gosh, this is so beautiful. It's just, I kind of want to open up and look at it right now, but I'm
Yeah,
not
we don't
going
have
to.
time.
We have an entire unboxing video
Yes,
for that.
exactly.
So, but Dice Thrones.
I've never played any Dice Throne.
Yeah,
so-
we need to ratify
But that would be the one I would want to start with.
Yeah. I'm running out of
What do we have here?
Azul stained
Interesting. That was on
stained
Birthday
glass
Con, I believe.
of Sinatra. This was the first game of Birthday
Yeah.
Con. Love Azul. I'm not going to say I'm a rare one that likes it because it's like a very popular
True.
game, but I feel like in the hobby realm, you hear a lot of people say like, "Oh, Azul was so yesterday," and it's cool to hate
Yeah.
Azul.
Yeah, it always is.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I've never got that way with Azul. I love that original Azul to the point that when I got this in a gift exchange, I was like, "Yay!" But I wasn't sure if I really liked it or not because I was like, "Well, I don't like the other Azul. Why do I want to play another one?"
Yeah.
So I played this one. I need to play it again.
Oh, okay. So that's your result or reaction to it?
Because it was fine, and I think I liked it. And I think what I like about Azul is how you can manipulate people into taking things that they don't want, or you can actually say, okay, this person, their best move is this, their best move is this, so that means I need to take this one now, and they should leave me with this. Not 100%
Not always,
accurate, but you can at least have that deduction.
Yeah.
I think you can do that with this, but it was my first time playing. It was a little different, so it was a little hard to know if you could do that as well. But I think you could.
Is that what you don't like about what is the other one that came right before this?
No, this was the second one.
Oh, this is the second one. What's the one that came after this then? That's the one I have.
I know there's Queen's Gardens, the brand new one.
No, that's the one. Yeah,
And then there was one before that.
I can't think of the one.
I haven't played that
that's
one.
Awesome.
Though.
That's,
there you go.
Great. That's the only. That's the one I have, which was gifted to me as the only reason I have it, and then I actually did enjoy it.
Yeah,
somewhat. But my wife likes it, so that's why it gets played.
There you go. All right, Lords of Zidith. Have you or Zidith?
Zidith.
I like to put an H at the end. Everyone's like, "There's no H at the end. It's clearly a T." Whatever. I'm going to call it Lord of Zidith if I want to. It's a program movement game and program combat game. The combat's very just you have to have these three colors to succeed in beating the monster.
Oh, okay.
But again, this game I really like because it has that mechanic of trying to decide what the other people are going to do, so that you can anticipate their actions, so you can divert from what they're doing or try to get there before they do. There's nothing more satisfying.
Are you fighting other players or are you fighting something else?
No, you're fighting, there's like monsters on the board.
Okay.
And then there's also like heroes you recruit on the board, and like each city has a monster, and each city has like 5 different heroes that are recruits.
Okay.
And there's a hierarchy of heroes, so you got to take the lowest arc first, and then the highest.
Okay.
But the monsters might say, "Oh, we need an orange and a green and a purple," so
Yeah.
you got to have those to fight the monster. But this is what else makes this game really cool and unique, well, maybe not super unique, but what makes it stand out is its scoring mechanisms. So you got to score whoever has the most gold, whoever has the most area that you control, and whoever has the most towers.
Okay.
And the thing is, there's priority. So in the first scoring round, if this is at the end of the game, if let's say it's money, if you have the least amount of money, you out. You can't win.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then everyone who's left will then go look at the towers. And if you have the least amount of towers of those that are remaining, you're out of the game.
Oh my gosh.
You can't win. And then you get to the third one, and if you have the highest of the third one out of everyone that's left, then you win.
Okay.
So it's a really cool.
I
you
do
don't
like
even,
that.
Yeah. So that third scoring round, you don't even have to have the highest. You just have to know that you're going to beat the other two in the other 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And then beat one other person in the last round. It's a really cool way to think about
Okay.
the scoring.
That's different.
So yeah.
Is this the last one?
We might be. We might be. Well, there is one more. This is a sad moment.
Uh-oh.
Stockpile.
Oh no!
I played Stockpile.
Yes.
Stockpile is one of my favorite games.
I was going to ask you about this.
I don't know where it is.
Oh my god!
It was at Birthday Con. That was where I played it. I had the new Kickstarter edition. I had all the expansions inside. I sold my original one that I had because I didn't need it because I had this other one. So now I have no Stockpile right now. I'm hoping that it's in the game library of
Did you ask them?
games. I haven't called them yet.
Oh, okay.
Because of Fountain City Con.
I gotcha.
I was too busy.
You've been a little
this
busy.
weekend. Yeah,
I gotcha.
But yeah, there you go. So
Oh,
that was
man.
sad.
I
The
hope
Stockpile
that turns out.
Yeah, so do I.
That's ridiculous.
So anyway, so the last one is Wisdom of Solomon.
There you go.
You might be thinking,
Is this along the lines of Worship?
made by Andy Barnett himself?
Yeah.
No, just kidding. No, this is actually a real game, and it's a good game. Fun Hill Games has made a couple of Christian-themed board games that are more historical based.
Yeah.
Like the other one he did is Kings of Israel, and you actually go through the kings in order of when they were actually in succession, and depending on if they were deemed a good king or a bad king in the Bible is depending on if there was good events or bad events, which if you guys know,
Really
there was
teaches
only
stuff.
4 deemed good kings
Yeah.
of Israel. So the game is largely just hitting you over the head.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be
Yeah.
really good. So this is a Kickstarter that came out 6 years ago, and it's been in shrink in my shelf ever since.
Oh my gosh! Seriously.
Yeah, so I finally got it played. I thought I was like, if I show Chris this cover, he's gonna
love it
play
because that looks like it came out in 2000 maybe.
But it's a very independent game. It's the whole point of Kickstarter, right? Like this guy, and the board's nothing to brag about.
It's not bad.
But you are building up Israel. You're building up the storehouses, and you're building up paths. What's kind of cool about this is that every time you produce in an area, you get to follow the path where you have a storehouse in. But if there are no storehouses, you can score that one. But if there's even one that's not yours, you don't. So this is a game kind of like Barrage, lot less punishing than Barrage, but where you can be building a path, and it could be working for you the whole game, and then somebody can do something that says you're done.
Yeah.
You can't use this anymore, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
You potentially can build a house there too to get it back, but still, it's
Yeah.
This
good.
this game is better than it has any right to be.
Is that right?
Let's just
Good.
put it that way.
Okay.
It's a game I'm going to play again, and it's a game that I'm glad I have because it's a nice, solid Christian-themed game, historically Christian as well. So because it talks about Solomon building up Israel after
Very good.
everything. So
Glad to hear it's a good game.
I think that's it.
All right.
Those are my games of July. Let us know which games maybe that you saw that were your favorites. Which one did you think you're not a fan of? I actually don't think out of any of the games I played in July, I don't think any of them are worthy to be kicked out of the collection. I'm pretty sure they're all staying here.
That's good. Well, good and bad.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I could probably afford to lose a few, but still, there you go. All right, well, I think that's going to be it.
Cool.
So until next time, I'm Daniel.
I'm John.
And we'll see you around
Round
the
the
board.